Silence is one of the most underestimated strategies in life. When someone pulls away, ignores you, or tries to manipulate your emotions, the natural instinct is to react, to chase, to demand answers, or to prove your worth. But true power lies in something much more profound: the ability to remain calm, composed, and unshaken. This is where the Stoic mindset becomes your greatest weapon. In a world where people crave attention and validation, where emotions run high, and where impulsive reactions are the norm, standing firm in emotional strength makes you different. It makes you unpredictable. It gives you an edge so powerful that they won't see it coming. This isn't just about ignoring someone who ignores you. This is about mastering yourself so deeply that no one can control you. The power of silence is more than just avoiding communication. It is about creating an undeniable presence without saying a word. When you detach from the need to respond, explain, or seek validation, you send a silent but powerful message. You are in control of yourself. Silence makes people uneasy. It forces them to confront their own thoughts, their own insecurities. It makes them wonder what you're thinking, why you're so composed, and why they no longer have an emotional hold over you. This is a psychological shift that very few people can resist. Think about the most influential leaders in history, the great warriors, the philosophers, men like Marcus Aurelius, who practiced Stoicism for men as a way of life. They mastered mental toughness by understanding that reacting emotionally is a weakness. When you react, you give control to others. When you remain calm, you hold the power. Most people are easily controlled because they live in a state of reaction. A message left unread, a moment of silence, or a sudden distance from someone they care about can trigger anxiety, overthinking, and self-doubt. But a man who understands the power of silence does not react. He does not seek external reassurance because he has built an unshakable foundation within himself. This ability to stay calm when others are emotional gives him control over any situation. To execute this strategy effectively, you must first master your emotions. The biggest mistake men make is letting their emotions dictate their actions. When someone ignores you, rejects you, or plays mind games, your ego gets triggered. You feel the need to respond, to prove something, to win them over. But true strength comes from overcoming emotions and practicing self-discipline. Every time you feel the urge to react, pause. Breathe. Ask yourself, is this reaction coming from a place of strength or weakness? If it's driven by insecurity, frustration, or the need for validation, then it's a weakness. Instead, choose restraint. Choose stillness. Ancient Stoics believed that discipline over one's emotions is the key to inner peace. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the foundation of an alpha mindset. The world operates on a simple principle. Those who control their emotions control the game. Whether in relationships, business, or social interactions, the one who remains unshaken holds the advantage. The person who crumbles under emotional pressure loses every time. People test your emotional stability constantly. A woman ignoring your texts, a boss delaying a response to your request, or a friend withholding approval. These are all subtle tests to see how much control you have over yourself. When you react emotionally, you fail the test. But when you master the art of patience and self-control, you turn the tables without lifting a finger. When you master silence, something fascinating happens. People expect a reaction. They expect you to fight, to explain, to beg for attention. When you don't, it confuses them. It disrupts their sense of control. They start questioning themselves. Why isn't he reacting? Why isn't he affected? This shift in power is what makes this strategy even stronger than no contact. With traditional no contact, the focus is often on time, waiting a specific number of days to reach out or hoping that the other person comes back. But this is passive. The real power is in controlling emotions so well that even if they do return, it no longer affects you. You become immune to their games. True strength is built in solitude. Most people fear being alone because they equate it with loneliness. But solitude is where men sharpen their minds, develop their skills, and cultivate their personal power. When you are comfortable in your own presence, no one can use silence against you. They can pull away, they can ignore you, they can try to make you feel small, but it won't work because you are already complete within yourself. Every time you resist the urge to react, you build resilience and strength. When you refuse to be emotionally manipulated, you reinforce your independence. And when you focus on yourself rather than external approval, you embody the very essence of how to stay calm in any situation. Imagine walking into a room where people are arguing, emotions are high, and chaos is in the air. But you remain calm, composed, and unaffected. That energy alone shifts the entire dynamic. This is the power of mastering your inner world. This is what separates an average man from a man who embodies Stoic life lessons. At the core of this strategy is the ability to detach from outcomes. Most people act out of fear of loss, fear of rejection, fear of being forgotten. But when you detach from these fears, you become unstoppable. You realize that no one truly has power over you unless you allow them to. This realization alone gives you an aura of control that others can sense. People always chase what they can't have. The more you pull back, the more they lean in. The less you react, the more they question themselves. The moment you stop needing validation from others is the moment they start seeking it from you. This is where your true power lies, not in proving your worth, but in knowing it so deeply that it speaks for itself. A man with strong masculine energy does not beg for attention. He does not plead for reassurance. He moves with confidence, knowing that everything he needs is already within him. This kind of man does not waste time worrying about whether someone will come back, because he understands that his value does not decrease based on someone's inability to see it. To truly embody this strategy, commit to daily self-improvement habits. Train your body, sharpen your mind, and refine your discipline. Read books on philosophy, meditate to strengthen your focus, and engage in activities that challenge you. A man who is constantly evolving has no time to dwell on things beyond his control. The moment you stop chasing, stop reacting, and start focusing on yourself, everything changes. The people who ignored you start noticing you. The ones who took you for granted begin to wonder what's different. And most importantly, you no longer care. This is true wisdom for success. The ultimate goal is not to get a reaction from others, but to build yourself into a man who cannot be controlled. A man who is so solid in his values, his mindset, and his sense of self that nothing, no rejection, no silence, no loss can shake him. When you embody this mindset, you win, not just in relationships, but in life. Because the person who has the most control over themselves has the most power. And that is a strategy they will never see coming. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon for more videos on philosophy and self-improvement. And hey, share this video with someone who might need a little calm in their chaos. Until next time, stay strong and stay stoic.